Many South Africans, they will tell you that the worst thing of working in South Africa is paying large amounts of tax. I mean, some people are paying over 500,000 in tax. But what if I tell you there's a way that you can reduce paying your tax, which is called tax avoidance, not tax evasion? Hi, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we talk about legal analysis of South African law and how does everyday South African apply to them and relate with them. If you are keen on knowing more about your rights, please do subscribe, like this video and comment, and watch my other videos where I discuss what is income tax and parental rights and so forth. So today we're going to be talking about how can someone avoid paying tax. Before we can do that, let's just clarify between these two different ways, which is tax evasion and tax avoidance. First thing first, tax evasion is the unlawful intentional act of breaking law in order to avoid tax. How does the one avoid paying tax illegally? By filing fake reports or returns, by not declaring all sorts of income, by having an offshore account. People will say we have account in Switzerland. We know rich people saying that they don't have accounts here in South Africa. And also a failure to submit returns. These are punishable offenses under South African tax law. You may have penalties such as interest levies, administrative fees, and also imprisonment. I'm telling you. So do pay your taxes. And then you're asking yourself, what is tax avoidance? Tax avoidance is a legal way of structuring your financial affairs in a way that it reduces your tax liability. Let's not forget that South African law itself provides certain deduction credits and incentives that allow for investing, saving, and other plans for the future. That's very important to note. However, South African Revenue Service also have what we call anti-avoidance rules in order to make sure that the taxpayers do not use the loopholes of these rules. Because let me tell you the truth, some people will exploit where they are given a chance. Remember, you're only allowed to take up to 27.5% of your taxable income into your retirement package. There's a threshold that is kept per different earning, per different tax brackets. So if you are earning higher, I think there's a status. I'll just put the link below where you could see where you are at. Another way in which you can avoid paying large sums to tax is through medical aid credits. What do we mean when we say medical aid credits? They are registered medical aid schemes in South Africa that you should be paying. By doing that, the taxman will reduce that directly if it is registered in South Africa for you to reduce your tax. This is done directly. If you are paying this amount, they will be reduced that amount into your tax, if you know what I mean. This applies to the main member, which means the main member of the medical aid, the first dependent and additional dependent, so they can benefit from this scheme by using what we call medical aid tax credits. This rule or this policy allows South Africans to access financial care while they are being at the liberty of reduced stress of paying taxes. It's a 50-50 thing. You're paying for your own medical fees, then we'll reduce your tax because we know that in South Africa, primary health care is free. Primary health care. Another way in which you can reduce paying tax is through business expenses. I think this is where most loopholes are. Remember that personal expenses labeled as business expenses are called tax evasion, which is illegal. So don't confuse the two. How do we do that? You have a legitimate business that needs some supplies, that need some renovations, that need some products and services. What you do, you keep the receipt very safe for filing and invoices and everything. And then when you submit your returns, you submit with that, showing that I use this money for plumbing, I use this money for equipment, especially for our influencers and freelancers. When you make income through freelancing work, you need a weave, you need a makeup, you need new clothing. Keep those receipts safe, because it is your duty or your business to look presentable. I mean, it is the looks that makes you money. So you must also make sure that you include that in your returns. The makeup, the camera, the outfit, the weave, include all that, because you need to be presentable. That's part of your business. Your business is selling this lifestyle and image. So you need to do that. I think influencers are at risk because this information is not available like that on South Africa. But this is what you can do to actually reduce tax, because you'll be buying from yourself. Because remember that most influencers, they're doing work on themselves. They are not under a company. They are not having a security of retirement plan, medical aid, injury at work. If you get injured, that's on you. You have to pay for yourself. You can't say I was injured while shooting content for Nivea and then Nivea will pay. I don't know. That's the other thing we call love contract. It will differ with contracts, which contract you have with the company. But most of the time, the contract is that shoot a 3 minutes video of you advertising this product, saying this and this and this and this, but does not cover the cost of injury compensation. What if you are sick and you cannot submit the work? Are you gonna get paid at the end of the month? The answer is no. You're not gonna get paid if you are not pitching up. So you must include that in your tax returns in order for taxmen to reduce your liability. You get me? Strategy of avoiding tax or reducing your tax is what we call tax-free investments. This is when you take your money and put it into account, that investment account, that there's no income taxes on it, like income tax interest on it, making sure that you get to have lifetime savings and savings that are very tangible, something to hold on to. You know what I mean? Because let's just be honest, when you are saving money at Nedbank, they take your 2 rand. You are saving money at Capitec. This is an example, it's not a fact. They take your 10 rands and so forth and so forth. So there's a tax-free account where you can put your money and not be taxed on it. You remember, on tax-free accounts, there's a limit to of how much you can put into that account over a lifetime or annually or even in a period of 5 years. Because you can't just say that, I mean, not every year I'm gonna take 3 million of my salary and put it into a tax-free account because I don't wanna pay tax. That would be a tax evasion. That is very illegal and you can be jailed. Remember that. Two more points on how to avoid tax. Charitable donations. This is when you are giving to a charity organization, NPO, which is registered with SARS, by the way, and then you'll get the certificate that you will be submitting when you are submitting your returns, that this is what I did. And this actually is more of a fulfillment thing, you know. You're helping your community, you are helping your country, you are helping in the development of your country, but at the same time, SARS is like, you're doing good, my dear. So you should also consider that if you are, especially for high earners. I mean, high earners who are earning around million and what over a million in a year, those that are being like billed in a year, in a month, they are being billed a lot of money. So you need to know that sometimes just go to your school and do charity work and do it from your heart. Don't do it because you want to avoid tax. That's like, it's not a moral, it's a moral crime. It's not a criminal offense. other way, which for one, I prefer, is structuring your income. As a high earner, I'm not a high earner. As a high earner, you can structure your income in a way that you have what we call trust funds. You can have a private company. You can have a entity that channels and distribute your income. Have a company, have workers. I think people were saying that's what Mom Kiza wanted to do when she bought Royal AM, so that she have a company and then reduce tax. I think maybe people around her or herself, they didn't understand to what extent you can do that, guys. You have to understand that in South Africa, you have the right, but those rights, they come with responsibilities and limitation clause. There are few rights that they don't have limitation clause, but structuring your income, having private company, having trust funds and whatnot does not exempt you from paying tax. You have to pay tax as a earner, but there's a way to reduce that amount, because sometimes it's too much and we understand. If you find these videos helpful, please do subscribe to my channel, like this video, and do comment in the comment section on how once upon a time you had problem with the tax man, SARS, because they will come for you at your service. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time, when I think we'll be talking about why influencers are targeted by SARS. I think that's very important thing to ask yourself. Why them? Why though?